Welcome back to Henry's Garage. In this episode we take apart and put back together the heater unit. Well, some of it works, some of it doesn't, so I'll leave it up to you to decide. I have a couple of questions at the end because of a couple of things I couldn't get working. If you have any answers, I'd be really appreciative. Thanks, see you soon, bye. Right, I've decided to take a look at this heater unit. So I've already started, so I've taken two screws out of here. That was these ones. And they had a washer behind them, not like that, but between the two faces. So, and then this little lot came out of here, like that, and they had to come out because below them we had these screws in here, like that. So I've just taken that lot out, and then I've loosened off, and I want to capture what these are crossed over, but I've loosened off these with a 6mm so that comes out, and the same on the other side. So that's just to remove this part here. Now this mostly looks like it's riveted on, so I suspect I'll just look to clean that all up as one piece. Just looking at my cabin heater unit, and I started taking it apart. I thought I'd just check that it works before I do anything else. I've applied one side power, one side earth, like that, and I get nothing. Tried it the other way around, I get nothing. Am I testing this correctly, or is there another way to test it? Thanks. Okay, I'm looking at this and I think I'm missing some bits from it. So I've taken this off and I've just turned this around so that it's the same way as this diagram of it here. And I don't have this, so we get some pipes that come out and then come into here. So they come out of here, so this is where the matrix is. So some pipes come out of the matrix, they come under here, and then it connects to something around here, which I appear to be missing. So I'll have to go through my parts to see if it's there or not. We'll have to take a look at that. Anyway, I'm going to try to take, I don't really want to take it all apart, it's all rivets, so I'm going to try to get the metal bits off so that I can clean up the metal and paint it. And then there's lots of places where we need to get foam, and can I see that? And that heater, the matrix in there, doesn't look particularly great. How can I show it? There we go. From what I can see from here, there, in there, oh well, we can't. Okay, so we're going to get that out, or we're going to try to, but I'm going to try to do it without taking out all the rivets, maybe just taking off these bloody springs and stuff. And then we'll see if we can clean this up and paint it a bit and put it back together. I don't know if this works. I've tested it and I can't get it working, but I might be testing wrong. And I've seen that you can replace the Triumph heater matrix with a Polar one for about a quarter the price, so we might be making that adjustment as well. Okay, so this unit here seems to come off with 3 screws along here, so I'm going to take those off next. Okay, those 3 are off, but there are actually 3 more in here, so we'll get those off as well. I've got WD-40 on them already, so cleaning it off. So I've got that part of it off, which, you know, we can see just how rusty it is. In order to get this out, I'm going to need to take this off here, and so this this comes off here, and then over on the other side this comes off here, and then I think that should allow me to take that inner bit out and these bits off. And I don't really want to take it all apart, but I don't think I've got much choice here to do this, so I'll do that now. And with that spring washer off, we have a washer and well, a fatter washer as well. So, and then this just comes off here now, and I suspect that will push through the other way, but I'm not sure. So we'll just leave it like that temporarily. No, we won't. We'll put it to the side temporarily. We'll flip this over and we'll work this one out. So with that off, you can see it's off here. This now is moving nicely, but it's this flap must be frozen onto the rod, so we're going to try to hammer that rod out. Right, I've been trying to bang that out, but I'm coming to the conclusion now that the way this comes out is actually by removing the rivets and taking it apart. So, although I might not want to, I think that might be what we have to do. Okay, so before I take this apart further, I've taken all the clips off. This side all looks pretty good, like it'll come apart. See? This side looks pretty good, like it'll come apart, but I seem to have a couple of rivets here holding it, so we're going to drill those out. Okay, so that came out okay. As it go back? It was like this. So this is just, in fact, lapped over here. These have been broken off before. So now if I want to get these bits off, there are 2 rivets on either side. If I want to paint these up, I think this should pop out. Oh boy. But I think we might put a bit of something on that so we can knock it loose. This is cracked just a bit, so we need to fix that plastic. At this side, I think this just comes off. So that's one bit. This is currently just held on with the screwdriver, with a bolt, so that would come off. Where was it, like something like that? So that comes off, and then we've got a bunch of screws here that come out. So we'll take these 4 out now, see what it looks like. Okay, so those 4 screws came out, but there's 3 more here which are still holding it in place. So we'll get those out next. I was wrong. I think it might be these that are holding it in place. It might be those. So we're going to take these out first and see. So that inner unit has come out. You can see, I mean, there were 2 rivets on either side in here, which wasn't right. And I haven't quite got them out, as you can see. There we go. So yeah, but that kind of mechanism is now out of here. So does that mean the matrix will come out now? Interestingly, this matrix looks in better condition than the rest of it. So what's holding this in? Okay, the matrix wiggled loose in the end, and I think doesn't look bad. I suspect that might be a replacement because that looks in pretty good condition. I can't work out how to get this off, so let's just go in on that. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this I can't see how to get off. I'm going to try just squeezing those in to see if that will do it, and hope it does. Well, that didn't quite work as planned. That just splintered off, as you can see, and broke at the back, but it did eventually come out, so I think if I just use a spring washer on there, it should be okay. So we're going to just take these two bits off now, and then we're going to come back to that piece over there. That piece over there. Right, I never planned to take it apart this much. And I still have that bit which I haven't decided if I'm going to take apart further. What I am going to do now, those metal bits that I've got off, I'm going to take a wire wheel to them to clean them up a bit, and then I'm going to paint them, and to make my life easy for myself I'm just going to do direct to rust on them, since they're all out of the way, so that shouldn't be a problem. Right, it must be a good month since I've last been out here. I've been really struggling to get the motivation, so this has just been all of this stuff has been sat here, drying. So at least it'll be dry. So that's good. And I just seem to be able to get motivation at the moment. And so I took the stag out just so that I have room, and this bugger of a thing was caught on the license plate, which I didn't notice. So I've managed to damage that. There's me worrying about how much some things are costing, and I go and create more costs. Right, let's just tidy this up and see where we are. Okay, and here we got a bit more unnecessary cost. So this is the heater unit fan that came with the car. It doesn't spin brilliantly, but you know, it does spin. When I connected it up, it didn't spin, so I figured it was the motor gone. So I got another one second hand, and this battery's not very good, but connected one side up here, one side up to the other, and you know, we've got no movement at all. And so I suspect actually the issue, and sorry, you know, these aren't great, but if we come on here it should be okay. And it's not, and if I test the volts across here I get 14, so I know that we have got something there. So, and I've used the Stag engine and tried testing it on that as well, like this. So either I managed to buy one, but I doubt that. I'm pretty sure that it would have been tested. That didn't work. And I say I doubt it because it came from a reputable company. Second hand, but reputable. Which means I'm testing it the wrong way. And I don't know how to test it. And I did put a question on a Triumph Experience, and I have done some searching on the internet, and I haven't had an answer from anyone. So, and if anyone can tell me the correct way of making sure that that's running, I would appreciate that. Right, so we're going to try to fix up some of this plastic. So I thought there were more cracks in it than I can find right now, but we've got a crack here, which runs along here and runs along the inside. There, you can see. So we've got that bit that needs doing. And I saw another bit somewhere just now, but I can't see it now. But there weren't as many when I came back to look at it now as I remembered from before. I think it's here, there's one, so we can see a crack here as well. Other than that, I mean, it's dirty, but doesn't seem too bad. Then we have some bits like here where I suspect it's meant to be the whole way across with just a hole, but we haven't got that. So we're going to try melting some plastic in there to fix it. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I have here a thing for melting the plastic. It's kind of a bit stronger, I think, than a soldering iron. So that should help me melt it. And then I have here a bit of a tie, and the plan is really to melt one into the other. Okay, well, so not all that pretty, but you know, you can see that that's now holding that together. So we'll just do the bit around here and finish that off. Been given a bit of a clean, and I found the big crack I remembered from here all the way down to there, so yeah, it's quite a long one. So it goes from here all the way to there. You can't really see it, but you can certainly feel it. So I'm going to just weld that up now. Right, so whilst I leave those plastic bits to dry, I'm going to start attempting to put some of these bits back together. So we're going to run through about 1,000 rivets now. As I do this, I'm not going to keep you for it, I'm just going to show you various stages as we go. Anyone fancies remind me how this all goes back together? Anyway, that went easily enough, and now I'm trying to work out with the other bits. I'm going to have to go and look at some of my previous video to see if I can work it out, because at the moment I'm not in the least bit sure. I mean, I'm guessing this bit goes in here like that somehow, or possibly like that. I don't know, but I'm not sure what that's connecting up to. So yeah, but that obviously goes, I think, is the feed in. Oh, I don't know, we'll have to work it out. So these two bits have gone on. I hope I've put them on the right way round, and that they're not meant to be on opposite sides, but if so, we'll take them off again. Right, that plastic's still wet, so I'm going to leave it till dry till tomorrow and come back to it then. Okay, so today we applied a bit of super glue, a bit of duct tape, and that's all back together. Good. Not great, but good. Okay, so these bits here are the clips, and they've been sat in evaporust for a couple of days, well, at least a day. It was old evaporust though, and used, and it's all I had left, and I haven't got any more. And so that's not worked. So what I'm going to try is, I've got here some hammerite silver, and I'm just going to try dipping them in and out like that. Probably, maybe if I thinned it, it would be better, but that's what I figure. If I do that, I should end up with items like that. So that's what I'm going to do with the rest, and we'll see what it looks like once they're dried. Okay, so this is more or less back together, except without any rivets in place, so that I could just work out where everything went. So we can see how it all goes together. I can't work out where this piece goes, and so I'm beginning to think actually it's from somewhere else. But I'm sure it came off here, so I need to look through maybe my old video again and see if I can see where that bit came from. Anyway, so I need to get new foam, okay, because I haven't got foam for it at the moment. I haven't ordered it, I haven't done anything about it, so I need to do that before I progress on. I also missed those two parts off in putting it back together, so just as well it's not bolted in place yet, or because I haven't quite got it right. I might look at that again. Yeah, I think I'll have another look. Okay, and that's got that sorted. So the one piece goes in here, and the other goes on there, and then it's all very, very tight fit. So I know how it all goes back together. That's good. Now I just need to get some foam and do it. Right, so I got myself some foam with a sticky back. So I now need to work around cutting bits out of that to fit onto the various bits where they were before. And hopefully that should be okay. So we'll work through that now. And there we have the first bits riveted back in place. So we'll move on from the next now. Right, I've been putting a bit of foam on in various places, as you can see. And I worked out where this piece goes. Look at that, it fits perfectly on there. So that's good. However, I have broken my riveter. And so I'm going to put everything away for tonight and come back when I've got a new rivet. Okay, so Amazon Prime, new rivet gun turned up today. So this is now in place. That looks right. I need to put some rivets in here, but I just want to check that there's nothing else that goes in there. And then this is in place as well. So we've got 4 across here and 4 in there. So that holds this all nicely together. So this should all turn. There we go. Look at that, they work together. Ah, bugger, did that need a... I think that might have been meant to have a bit of foam on it. I'll go back and look at my images. Okay, so that's it with all the clips back in place. I really should have done something about cleaning these off, but there we are. So, problem. The one issue that I've definitely got right now is, you remember when I took this off, I couldn't work out how to get it off and I ended up breaking the clip. Well, that now spins without turning, and so this isn't going in and out. So I just need to work out how to solve that first. Right, so this is now on. So that looks good. So the next thing is to get this on top and fix it back in place, I think. Right, that's it for this episode. We're going to tidy up now, and we're not putting it on the car until, first of all, I have a replacement for this. So if anyone knows either how to fabricate one or where I can get one, I shall be very appreciative. And for the motor, I don't want to put it on until I've actually confirmed it's working. And the reason I think it must be working and my testing is wrong is that I bought this one from Robsport and got exactly the same result, and I absolutely do not believe that Robsport will have sold me one that's not working. So yeah, and then actually I've got this to go on as well, which I bought because I just didn't have one of my own. I just need to look at how that fits. But other than that, we're done. So we managed to get back and do some work. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you next time. I haven't come up with a solution for this as yet. If anyone has one for me, please let me know. If anyone knows where I can get one of these clips, please let me know, or something very similar. So I've put this back on, screws along there. This is fitted in place again. I hope I've got that little... Oh, yeah, it is the wrong way around if it does that. That's all the way shut. There we go. So I need to check if that's right. I don't want to be able to over pull it and pull it out, but anyway. Oh, right, show you that again. So this is there, and you can see it moves, closes that. From there, when you pull it, it's going to open it. So that's fine. I need a solution for that still. And then I came to say, well, where did these screws go? I couldn't find it. I checked back, and actually these here should in fact not be rivets. I think they should be screws. And there are. It's the unit that holds the radiator, the matrix in place. Should have 4 screws along the top and 4 along the bottom, and not. Well, I've got 7 here, but it should have screws there. And I've put in rivets. Oh well. I'm not going to take it apart to get at that. I'm going to leave as is, and I'll come back to it. So that means I now need to fit on the control unit, and we should be there.